Trails Collective, Ian here for the upcoming events episode for the weekly rundown, week ending in November 27th, 2020. Hope this finds you all hanging in there. Probably the biggest event on my end is the event of about to have no childcare again. Damn you, COVID! Just doesn't end. It just keeps going. For all of you, all of you out there, but particularly all of you working parents or needing to stay at home parents, I feel you. For me, one of the toughest things is continuing to work more than full-time, and my wife needing to still work full-time as well as a mandatory healthcare worker, and most of the COVID window here just not having childcare. We've got 3 young daughters, and trying to make this all work. Oh, I feel you. So that's probably, I think that's just the nature of now, right? I mean, all of us, there's all of these trail events that were maybe canceled, events that are happening, holidays canceled, travel plans. Really, the reality is day to day, week to week. That is really the biggest thing on all of our plates. So to all of you out there also just trying to hang in there, I'm with you. All right, so I'm going to go through tonight some in-person events that are coming up in the Trails Collective region, which is Virginia's North, is what I'm opening with in terms of a region. And then I'm also going to give you a few events that are going live with registration soon. And this is something that's particularly important as several of the events, or a number of events rather, in our region cap out in short order. So when I can give you the heads up enough, I will, that registrations are opening so that you can have it on your radar to get on it ASAP. All right, so let's start into the events ahead. I'm going to start with one virtual, just so I think it's kind of a funny event, and the rest will all be in person. November 28th is the Fraud Street Run. And as I mentioned last week, I'll take a segment from their site here, lace up those old Pumas, and take off on an inspiring 11-mile-ish charity run through the city of brotherly love, starting at the famous Four Seasons Total Landscaping and finishing up at the lesser-known Four Seasons Hotel. Neither institution is affiliated in any way with this nonsense, and they got a bit too popular in a hurry. There's an entity called the Junk Miles Show, and they had to go virtual just as it was too popular. But for all of those who follow more recent and political events, you'll get the association there. Now, most of these coming up are capped out or sold out, so you missed the window. A couple in the prior weeks, I gave you the heads up that registration was live and that you should get on it. Should have listened to me because they capped out. So there's only a couple here that I think with registrations are still open. But I'll plug them anyway, just as they're coming up, and keep your eye on maybe for next year. The Devil Dog Ultras, December 5th. This is all December 5th right here. Devil Dog Ultras, typically 100K and 100 mile in Prince William Park in Triangle, Virginia. Had to restructure into a limited field size 50K called the Quarantine Puppy 50K. It is capped out for this year. 0 Degree Winter Trail Festival 5 mile put on by the most excellent crew at Trails Rock and is going down hopefully in Pittsford, New York. This is one that has limited field size from COVID and is capped out. This is one also that may or may not end up running just based on the COVID trajectory. Beat the Bumble 10K put on by the Run Life Events at the Watchung Reservation in Mountainside, New Jersey. This event is also sold out now, but thanks to those who tuned in the past couple weeks as we tried to get to the bottom of what the Bumble really is. All right, Camp Gaw Fall Series number 3. This is held at the Camp Gaw Mountain Reservation in Mahwah, New Jersey. It's put on by the crew at the New Jersey Trail Series. Thanks to somebody who tuned into one of our episodes last week to give you the heads up on this series, as I didn't catch it. And this is the 3rd race in the series, running on December 5th. It's a 5K loop course that uses the Old Cedar and Silver New York, New Jersey Trail Conference trails at Camp Gaw Mountain. Registration is live, and it has a 5K, 10K, and 13.1 mile distance option. So check it out with the New Jersey Trail Scene, or New Jersey Trail Series website. And again, registration is still live for that one. December 12th, Hellgate 100K. For all of those of you out there who don't know what Hellgate is, well, it's kind of as it sounds. And if you're not already in that loop, you're probably not going to be in it for this year. If you can still apply and send in your resume, so to speak, and if Horton accepts you, well, I guess you're in luck or out of luck, depending on how you look at that. but registration, I think, was going to reopen with the hopes of running. And I don't see anything that has an update that says it's not on Horton's most cryptic extreme ultra running page, which hasn't been updated since, I think, 1982, November probably of 1982. December 13th, Naked Nick 25K, 50K, running at Blue Marsh in Leesport, PA. Another gem put on by the great community, which is Uber Endurance Sports. This one is also closed out. And so as I suggested last week, your alternative and a backup here is, I think, would be a good idea to just show up at a random person named Nick's house. And when the spouse answers the door, you have to basically ask her if Naked Nick is home, and then just kind of wink at her, and then just pause, and just don't say another word. So I'm hoping one of you out there will do that for me. Submit the clip, and I'd love to weave it in here. Frosty Looper 8-hour held at Cooper River Park. It overlooks the beautiful Philadelphia skyline in Water and Pennsauken, New Jersey. Uses a flat, fast 3.75-mile loop and is put on by the crew at Endless Endurance. Registration, I believe, is still open until November 30th. So get yourself in the hopper for that one. And yeah. Frosty Forest 5K runs in Roosevelt Forest of Stratford, Connecticut. There's currently 33 registered, but a cap of 50. So if you want in on the Frosty Forest 5K, now would be the time. And the West Rock Winter Fat Ass Extravaganza 8-hour. Another wonderfully punishing option put on by the crew at Live Loud Running. This round is capped at 50 entrants and has closed out or capped out, but keep it on your radar for next year. So events upcoming with registrations about to open. One of them will be the Traprock 17K, 50K. It's a classic Northeast trail race using MetaComet Single and surrounding double track in Bloomfield, Connecticut. It's slated to run on April 17th and 18th. Registration opens this Thursday, November 26th. With restrictions still in place, they're planning on opening the event to 50 entrants in each distance, but with hopes of being able to expand it to 100 for each ahead of race day. It's opening on Ultra Sign Up, and we will plug the link. Two in my Red Newt Racing lineup that both have registrations opening this Saturday. This Saturday. I think it's the 28th at midnight, or whatever this Saturday is. First one, slated to run May 8th in Beacon, New York, is Breakneck Point Trail Runs. This is a pretty burly course for those of you who haven't joined us. Probably some of the most elevation gain per mile than any race in the country historically. I've changed up the courses each year a bit. It doesn't have quite as much elevation gain as I had in the first few years, but still quite a bit. I think it's around 8,500 or 9,000 feet for the marathon of elevation gain, and about half that, or I think it's like 6,500 feet maybe, somewhere in there, 5,000 maybe, for the half marathon. And again, we always tweak it, so you'll have to stay tuned. That one we typically cap out at 440. We have about 150 or so rolling over from this year that chose to roll over from this year. And so our field size will be less than 300, so we should cap that out. So if you're looking at joining us at Breakneck Point, probably get on it early or don't wait. And we'll continue to have the same COVID modifications and restrictions in place this year, including wave starts and such, and you can check that out on our website. Another one is the Cayuga Trails 50s, 50K and 50 mile that I put on in Ithaca, New York, scheduled to run on May 29th here in Ithaca. We have registration also set to go live this Saturday. Also reduced field size based on the number of entrants that rolled over from this year. It's a really beautiful course. It's got some single track, double track, any number of waterfall passings, known for historic stone staircases that you pass through in the gorges, but a really beautiful race. So check it out, and that is also an Ultra Sign Up. And then the last one that we'll mention with registration set to go live Saturday, December 5th at 6 p.m. is the World's End Ultra Marathons. They are also really limited in field size based on rollovers from this year. Only 106 spots remaining in the 100K and 5 spots for the 50K. In prior years, which may have been last year, the event even fully open to their numbers capped out in 3 minutes. So if you're hoping to get in on that this year and you're not already rolling over, you're going to have to be online at 5:59 on December 5th. So check that out. So that's what we got opening registrations and events coming up. And I am going to close out this episode with a minute clip or promo for that World's End Ultra. So check it out, and I will talk to you more this week with subsequent episodes. All right, see ya.